time is it? In this video, it is Mythographic Monday time. Y'all already know what's up, so let's go. It's Crystal the Foxy Colorist coming to you live from the Fox's Den. Y'all already know what's up. It's Mythographic Monday. If you are new to my channel, on Mondays, I color in my mythographic books or I show you the progress I have made in my mythographic books. So this week, I said last week that I would pick a page and I would actually color and chat as I colored. I said that I was going to break it up in two parts. It might be three. So I went through the new book that I have, a Wanderlust. And y'all had to look that word up. Wanderlust. It's actually someone who loves to travel. Who knew? I didn't know that. But yes, I educated myself. Every time, we gotta look up a couple of words because I'm like, Wanderlust, what is that? So, um, it was between this picture right here and because I said I was gonna color in my new book, and this picture right here. I actually chose this one because that other one got way too much stuff happening. Oh, way too much stuff happening for me. And I also see things in here that I like to color. Number one, skin tones. I love to color skin tones. So the way that this works in my head, okay, guys, because these books, again, the reason why I want to color in them is because they're very challenging and I want to learn how to color them. But because there's so much going on, today I am going to color for part one. Let me get my little handy dandy ruler that's still in the plastic. Like her skin, like her, okay, our mermaid, and everything probably like from this flower up, okay? That's just how I'm kind of seeing it in my head, okay? So we are going to start coloring. I'm going to start coloring her skin first because I notice when I start coloring something and I'm having good success at it, then I feel, encouraged to color it. But if I start out the gate sucking, then I'm like, oh, this page is trash. Rip it out. Rip it out. Rip. Um, I don't do that all the time, y'all. I digress. So I'm starting with my Prismacolor. This is Ginger Root. I really haven't developed a method to my madness when I color skin tones with pencil. I'm still kind of doing it by, I don't know, by feel, if that makes any sense. I mean, because when you don't have a method to your madness, I mean, I guess it is just kind of by feel. I can't be like, oh, lay down this color first. But I will say this, I always lay down the lightest color first. Okay? The lightest color. I always lay that down first. I try not to be too heavy-handed. Even though I'm known for heavy-handedness, I try not to be. So this is Prismacolor, and it is Ginger Root. And I hope this camera is focusing, because a lot of times when there's no color on the page, it struggles. All right, so I'm assuming that's her trunk area, her belly. She must go to Hot Pilates. Guys, I've been going to Hot Pilates, and I don't know which part is the worst, the hot part or the Pilates part. But once you combine them things together, I be like in there singing what, CNC Music Factory. Come on, let's sweat, baby. Okay, stop. Yes, yes, yes. It's hot in there. What's that song? Hot in, so hot in here. Okay, so if you are new to my channel, I'm that person that has a song for everything. Like, I don't know, songs just pop into my head. So forgive me. But yes, okay, so I'm coloring her skin tone. I'm just gonna go all over with this ginger root, just coloring lightly. Um, this is a channel where you come and you find out, okay, as a beginner, what could that look like? Or where do I start? Oh, I messed up, but it's gonna be okay. This is that channel. There are no experts over here But there is an individual who wants to buy everything like they are expert and just use it. Hey, we'll figure it out as we go. But we're gonna have fun too. Yes, we are. Okay. So there are her hands. Um, Let me get her chest area. It's so funny because I'm like, is she sitting on a leaf? I'm like, because I studied it for a while, just trying to figure out, okay, so what part is that her arm? Is that her leg? And I think that's one of the challenges of these pages is there's so many different pieces. Cause see, she got water knee, or is that a plant? Keep coloring, Foxy. Keep coloring. Yeah. I will say this. I am so enjoying this, and I feel so good that now I have like 5 books that I've colored in. 5, y'all. One, two, three, four, 5 that were just sitting on the shelf. And this is so funny, guys. Do y'all have a book series? It's just sitting on the shelf. You haven't colored it, but whenever you see a new one, you grab it. I'm like, okay, what is? We can't have that here. Cannot have that here. But yeah. Okay. So with that being down, I'm gonna add what I call highlights. And everybody colors skin differently. Shout out to Make Art with Mrs. M for coming to the Foxes Den last year. It's about time for her to make another appearance. Last year, and showing us how to, well, showing me how to color skin tones because I still have that. Because I would have never picked up this ginger root. Ginger root, ain't nobody. Well, I guess when you lay it out on the paper, I guess that does coincide. Okay, with some skin tones. Well, I like it. I like it. All right, so I don't know if I wanna so this right here is now this is a polychromos. Shout out to Bubble Studio, and it is beige red. So let's just put a little bit. See what this look like. And I said shout out to Bubble Studio because she team poly. Team poly Wally. And the Foxes did all the supplies have to get along, okay? Period. Gotta get along. So what if Prismacolors be breaking every time you sharpen them? Don't be talking about them like that, polychromos, just because you got that sharp point and you don't be breaking like that and you come through in a pinch. Prismacolors known for laying down colors. Or whatever you lay it down in a point break. Like, come on, Prisma, come through. All right, I'm kind of liking that. I'm kind of liking that. I am. Do I want to put that on her? Because whenever I'm doing this, I always have to like think about like makeup videos because I don't really wear makeup now. Let me tell you something. And now somebody needs some lashes. I'm your girl, but I don't really wear makeup, so I always try to think of like when individuals are putting on makeup, like how does their face look in certain areas? So that's what I'm thinking of right now. All right. Okay, so I like how that's developing. It's not as smooth as I would like it to be, but you know what? I love it how everybody, like if you watch different videos, everybody's like, okay, now it's gonna have an ugly stage, but what? Trust the process. It's gonna have an ugly phase, but trust the process. That's kind of like life, but I digress. Okay. So I have, of course, been reading people's comments, and a lot of you have started coloring in your mythographic books. And another thing is, a lot of you have the same, thought process that I have. Like, okay, so what exactly is this in this picture? What is this supposed to be? And you just try to like guess and just, do the best with it that you can. Okay. All right, it's laying down color. Okay, so let me go over her. Tell me in this color. Is that the same color? Let me see, because this is not. Okay, so this is beige. Okay, so this is Prismacolor beige. Before I was using ginger root, the Prismacolor ginger root, and then on her face I used the Polychromos red beige. Red beige. See? They get along well. You just gotta have a look, give them a little talking to. Let them know who boss in the art room. Okay. Guys, am I the only person who talks to themselves? All right, I like her. I'm standing back. Sometimes I gotta stand back and look. Let me know if you talk to yourself in the comments and if you answer back. Or if you're talking to yourself and then somebody interrupt you, be like, hold up, I was talking to myself. Don't interrupt me. Uh, is that you? I know that's me. Like I was having a good conversation with myself, and then here you come, interrupting me in my conversation that I'm having with myself. Okay. So let me tell you about hot Pilates while we're coloring this nice little mermaid. I guess it's a mermaid person with no knees that I can see. So the person who teaches it, his name is called Mr. Pilates. And my trainer Al, he's been in a lot of my chats. A lot of you all have met him or seen pictures of us taking class with Mr. Pilates on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. I post a lot of pictures that I don't even show on YouTube. I color a lot of different pages, but a lot of times I don't post them at all. I need to get a deep conviction about doing that completed pages. Okay, I really do. But yes, we go to the hot Pilates. He's the one who told me about Mr. Pilates, and Mr. Pilates has a book. I actually need to read it, but I'm actually gonna turn some of like photos of him doing Pilates into his own little personal coloring book. He doesn't know that, but I'm gonna do that just to challenge myself in my coloring book creation, to level myself up. Shout out to everyone who purchased my coloring book. Man, one of my friends, they have colored in all the pages of one of my coloring books. I haven't even done that. I haven't. I should feel bad, shouldn't I? Oh my goodness. Okay. I have not even done that. I'm like, ooh, Fox, you gotta do better. You have to do better. But yes, Pilates, it's definitely a step above yoga for me. Um, The way I'm sweating in that class is just unheard of. But then again, the heat is turned on. He has these heaters in there. But it's so awesome because at the end, um, there's these frozen towels that they hand out that are infused with lavender. I'm like, yes, who knew I call them washcloths, could feel so uh, pleasant, after, sweating like that. But I can tell I'm getting stronger. I can tell that. So yeah, shout out to Mr. Pilates for making me stronger. Yes, I can tell the difference. So. And if you're into fitness dance, you guys have got to check out and 8 Fitness. Yes, and 8 Fitness. I used to watch their videos and I still do all the time on YouTube, especially, during 2020. I used to watch them all the time. And man, they have moved here. And I was like, at first I wasn't going to their classes, but I'm like, what is wrong with you? Um, you need to start going to their classes. You've been following these people for so long and you couldn't wait for them to come. Or now they're here all the time. What's your excuse? So on Tuesday night I go and work out there. So it's a good time. It's a good little workout. It's a good little workout. All right, I'm liking her arm. I'm not gonna do too much to it because that's enough. It doesn't look ugly. Totally, I don't like that part right there. But you know what? I can erase that and make it look better. But let me just get the color down on the page because I don't want this video to be 10 hours long. Whew, child, honey, bun. I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be a long video. I don't think I'm doing this correct. First of all, I'm going too fast. They always like, oh, take your time, layers. And man, I be coloring like circle, circle, dot, 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 circle, dot, dot, dot. I'm like, Chris, you're going too fast. So what I'm doing now is this is a darker brown. It says brown. Help me with these names. It's brown OCHRE. Okay, so that's the color. So I'm putting that like I want to say on the rim of her arm. And that don't even sound right, but y'all can see what I'm talking about. And then I'm just going in with some, this is like I think this is salmon, and just kind of blending that in. So I don't like that part right there. Something about that I'm not liking it. It looks smudgy. So let me take my handy dandy eraser and let me get a do-over. I ain't do-over. All right. I think I like that better. I think it looks really, really peach now. But I ain't gonna, cause that's how I end up messing up pages. Like I'll spend too long trying to work and rework a little area that I mean that really is not a big imperfection, but I'm just picking at it, and then the next thing you know, the page looks what? Horrible. And then I'm what? Discouraged, and then I what? I don't want to color it no more. I don't want to color it. I'm gonna learn from my mistake. Okay, so our mermaid person situation, she has some color on her. Will I add more? Yes, but I just wanted you just to see the gist of the color, that is on her. Now I want her hair. I love coloring hair. Oh, how I love coloring hair. I don't know if I want her hair to be like a majestic looking thing or do I just want it to be normal. I probably need whatever I do, I'm going light. Okay. You can recover from applying down color light. I have learned my lesson. So you know what? Let's start light. We're gonna start with this what is this, y'all? This is a Karen Dosh Pablo pencil. So we're just gonna start really, really light with her hair. I'm sitting here trying to figure out where I ain't gonna start on top because I can't figure out where it starts. So I'm hoping this. I don't think that's part of her hair. I think this. I'm certain this is right here. So let me just go light on her hair, almost like she has that golden hair, golden time of day. But we're gonna add some color to this. We are almost like I'm like I need to create that platinum blonde, but of course this is nowhere close to it. But that's what I'm thinking about. All right, so as I've decided to go in this direction, let me make sure that I like this direction that I'm going in. So now we have our Pablo, and that's a yellow. Now we're gonna take our color uh terracotta. Hmm. It's so funny because I see people they go in they go in a circle, but that is not what I do. I try to, but it doesn't go right. All right. So I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it. So handy dandy eraser. All right. So I don't like that. So I'm gonna go with the orange. I'm gonna go with let me start light, like with a shell. Here's a coral orange. Let me start light with an orange. Okay, so let's go with creamsicles. Um, Let me start with this creamsicle. And I'll build it up. Because even with this color right here, um, I can add like a brown to it, and it might be okay. But we're gonna go with the creamsicle. I think I like this better already. That yellow, I ain't like that. All right, so let me know what you're working on in the chat. If you have a mythographic book that you are coloring in, or even if you have a channel, all right, how about that? That has a color along of a book. I know Bubble Studio has some. I went over there and peeped them out. So a lot of people are coloring in the new Kirby Roseanne book, but I'm Chicken Little Party of One, so yeah, I can't buy. That's not for me. That book is not for me because I'm a scaredy cat, scaredy cat. I used to be so insulted when I was a kid and someone called me a scaredy cat. Now the level of which I do not care is unmatched. Yes, I am scared and I'm not doing it. Some things I'm not doing afraid. Yeah. Okay, so I like that. Um, the combo of colors that I have with this will be good. I like how it's going with her skin. I do. So yes. All right, so I am going to take some time to build this up with this light color. This is the light creamsicle. And then the salmon. All right. And then the coral. All right. So I'm gonna build it up just on this one side, and then I'm gonna come back because I need to be able to flip the book around and everything like that. But I'm gonna come back and show you exactly what that looks like. All right. Hold please. So I went off camera and I played around with some shading on the hair. For our lightest color, I'm using this creamsicle, and I think these are my colors. Yes, they are. And for our middle color, we are using salmon. We are, and then for our darkest color, we are using coral. All right, so I'm just kind of reading those off to myself. So on this side right here, I did like a lot of light and then dark, and I hope that is showing through on the camera. But for the rest of her hair, I'm just gonna hit that with the medium shade that I'm using because I don't want it to get washed out with her body. Um, yeah, it looks like it's just gonna get kind of washed out with her body, the color of her body if I don't use the like the I ain't gonna say the darker shade. I'm gonna say the medium shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So her hair don't get lost. Like her hair got lost. It did. So all right. So of course this recording has gone into the next day. It has. And I know when I first started the video, I said that, I was gonna color like I had my little ruler and I measured out where I was gonna color from. But, it's a new day and I thought about that thing. I'm like, Crystal, do not break the rule you established, okay? So you started off coloring the girl. Now go through and color the flowers and the foliage so you can be consistent. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be consistent in what I'm coloring. Once I finish with her hair, and again, I'm going with using the medium shade because it looks like her hair was getting lost in her skin. It was all matching too much. And I don't want to do that. And I'll go back in with the highlighting. Now, of course, also what came to my mind was something else. I'm like, you need to use your watercolor stuff, your Neo 2s and your watercolor pencils that you don't use them. Okay? You definitely use those matchbooks and other ones, but you need to use those. So, in thinking about that, to force myself to use them and to learn them, isn't that crazy, y'all? I gotta force myself. I mean, it's the truth. We're gonna gravitate towards what we like. Yeah, we're not gonna. Oh, let me pick the hardest thing. No, I'm not about to do that. If you are, yay for you. That's why we need to be friends, okay? Because I need to have people around me who have strengths in my weak areas, okay? But we're gonna have watercolor Wednesday. We have not mandala. That's MB who has that. We have Mythographic Monday, okay? That's where I'm going to color in these books. I am. And then on Wednesday we'll have watercolor Wednesday. Just set things that you know to. Now you come here on Wednesday, you're gonna see a watercolor video, okay? Watercolor swatch, something watercolor. And then on Sunday, I have implemented when I show you everything that I've colored for like the coloring challenges and hashtags because I work sometimes over 40 hours a week. I can't make that many videos. Let me tell you something. The heart is willing, but the time is not available. But I love coloring the hashtags, and there's so many times I color for them, and then I didn't even post it because I didn't make a video or a short or something. Lord, I'm hoping this is her hair right here going through here. It is. I'm just gonna say it is, and I'm hoping this is a piece of her hair too. But yes, so on Sundays you'll see a video of all the hashtags that I'm coloring for the upcoming week, and I love going to other people's channels and seeing what they colored for different hashtags. I really do. But I got to put all mine in one video. And then also, you know what I was thinking? I said it'll allow me to be able to color in hashtags I've never colored before too. Okay, so that looks better. So now I'm going to go in with the darker color and hit the darker areas. I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like that better. It doesn't look like she's just yeah, getting washed out. She's washed out like we can't find her. Okay, so my dark and medium colors are like really close. So it might not give me that the contrast. Oh, but see, and I learned this from Snickerdoodling's channel. You know, it's easier to blend things that are closer in color family. When I say that, or after she said it, it made such good sense. But I don't know why I was trying to do it the other way, like blended stuff that were like, the shades were so different. It was just very hard to blend them if I was using a colored pencil. So, what I'm practicing here also is thinking about areas that would be darker. And this is a challenge for me. Other people probably already understand and know this concept, but Foxy the colorist doesn't. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, so this is like a deep curl, so it's going to be darker, but this is like standing forward, so it would be lighter. I'm trying to I'm trying to level up. What's her name? Level up. Level up. Sierra. I'm trying to level up, y'all. Yes, I am. Okay. I'm gonna have to go in and okay, so I like that. Okay, okay. Sometimes you gotta step back and see what you've done. What have I done? Uh I feel like I need to put a white in here to make that lighter right there. I have to add. I'm gonna have to add some white to that. Okay, so another thing that I did, I saw someone do this super smart. Just really, it might have been a view. Like if she puts all the pencils that she's working on, like for a certain page, like in a certain area of her storage pencil case. So she knows she can come right back there. I'm like, if that ain't smart, as opposed to trying to like, ooh, which one to use, and I ain't write it down. If I'm not gonna be diligent and write it down, at least stick them somewhere where I can find them and get to them readily. Very smart. I like that. Consider it what? Stolen. Yes, she's a thief. Yep. If you got a good idea, yeah, I'm gonna use it. I don't, if it's not a good for me idea, then I'm gonna go ahead and let you have that. But yeah, if that's gonna work for me and help me to be a better colorist, yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, awesome sauce. Okay. All right, y'all. So I'm liking her hair. I'm liking it. I know I'm gonna go back in with let's see. Okay, so am I the only one? Sometimes I don't like blending with a white pencil because it makes it look cloudy. Like, I'm like, what happened to the integrity of my color? It looks cloudy, like now, like right here. I feel like I need to go back in and put some of the black lines in. But okay, Linda B, do I even need the lines? How about that? I just love her. Linda be like, down with lines. Get them out of there. Okay. All right, so let me just add a little bit more color right here. Now, if you watch my video of my completed hashtag pages, there's some pages that I'm just like, you know what? Footloose and fancy free. I'm just coloring. You know what I'm saying? I like to have, those pages or those things that I do. I'm not thinking about, oh, whether it's, is it something shaded over here? Like, who cares? I'm just coloring it. Um, but then there are times when pages like these are certain things I want to, I want to be able to master it or at least understand it and practice it. So I want to be able to be very versatile in my coloring. I also want to be able to use, correctly and be able to show someone else. Okay, that's when I know I really know something where I can show somebody else. Show someone else how to use something. I might not use every term correctly, but if we are able to execute, oh, that's everything. Okay, everything. Okay, so we're gonna leave her here alone for now. But we are, I can't even talk. What we are going to do now is focus our attention on the flowers, okay? These flowers that have this little black part in it. So I have my Neo 2s here. You see that? And I'm just gonna go through and just put a little color. Ooh, okay. I hung out with my friend Deb today and she gave me a sharpener. And man, you see, I used it there, but I made them a little bit sharper because they were getting very dull. But I'm gonna take my little jar here and try not to use putting a lot of water on this paper. It's not like I treated this paper beforehand or anything, so I don't want to put a lot of water on it. And I mean, I'm definitely not putting a lot of water on it at all. Okay, you gotta put some water on there. Where's my favorite? This is not even my favorite brush. Where's my favorite brush? My favorite one? I think this one is kind of, it can't be, it's too large. Here it is right here. Okay, there we go. I don't know why this ain't going right. I might need to put a little bit more color down. But better safe than sorry because I'm the queen of heavy hand with these crowns. Here we go. I'm like, it is not moving at all. You talking about being stubborn. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're gonna start out with some light blue on them. Okay, so I think the way I laid them down was an issue. Oh, look how quick that is. Oh my goodness. Am I coloring in the camera? Barely, barely. Y'all forgive. Are you kidding me? All this, so you're not even in the camera. Okay, I have this thing in here. There we go. I'm like, I'm not even coloring in the camera. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Now I have my little jar over here on the side and my paper towel. And we want to make sure you can see it. There we go. That's better. Like, what in the world? All this camera frame. And you're not coloring it. There we go. Who uses? Do you have Neo Color twos? These things are amazing. Okay. Spirit of Luther Vandross. So amazing. Uh, was it? Okay, Maisie. I can't sing, y'all. But man, Spirit of Luther Vandross up in here, okay? These things are so amazing. I can color so quick. Look at this. Wait a minute. Okay, Crystal, don't get sloppy. First of all, I like the fact that you can lay them down haphazardly. Okay? That means, you could just put the color down. Now, I wouldn't go like horizontal and then go vertical. I wouldn't do that. But it's not like I'm trying to like, oh, let me make sure I shade it no, no, no. I'm just gonna lay it down. Okay. So why did I pick out light blue? I picked this light blue out, and let me see what this color is. This is called light blue. It's called light blue. Yes, it is. I picked this out because I thought about orange, even though that's like a coral color, salmon. It's looking like it's in the orange family. Okay. So, and when I look at the color wheel, yeah, it's on yep, on the opposite side. So I know that was going, they match. Think about football. Florida. Who is it? Florida that's orange and blue? Yes. Okay. Not that I like Florida. I just know people's uniforms, especially if they look good, if the colors are popping. Let me tell you something. Oregon, they have the nicest football uniforms. Oh man. Every Saturday they come out there studying like you ain't got these. Stop looking at them hard. You don't have these. Whoever, does their uniforms, excellent job. Excellent job. I ain't even looking at the game. I'm looking at the color combinations on the uniform. I'm talking about, can I put that on the coloring page? Excellent job. I mean, they just, oh man, they look great. And the fact that they switch it up, yes, I'm all for not wearing the same thing for 2 or 3 months, okay, or at least making it look different, okay? Yes, I am. Look at how easy. I love this, guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I wanted you to see the combination that I'm laying down for these particular flowers right here. Okay. Now let me show you what I am going to use on. I'm going to use a darker color on these flowers here because they don't have this black. Let me finish doing that one blue. Ooh, finish doing that because I don't want it to be monotonous. But I did want to show you exactly what I'm thinking. Okay, why I do things the way I do them. Look, right now, as I learn, then I change up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh wow, let me change that up. Like I was watching like the video I watched last week. I'm like, Kristen, if you want to keep up with the colors so that your picture doesn't look crazy, put them in a case. That's better. You can keep up with that better. Okay, so this picture, this flower, I'm gonna use a darker blue on it, but I'm going to use one of my my Castle Art watercolor pencils. I am. Let me look at this combo. I love these pencils. Have I shown them to you? No, because I've been doing what? Using them, and that's why we're having watercolor Wednesday. Okay, no, no. This one's darker. Is it really, Crystal? Or did you just mess up? All right. Again, I think the other one was darker. I'm gonna figure it out. I love these because I don't have to be all like precise. And you can use them as a regular colored pencil, or you can use them as a watercolor pencil. And that's what I'm using them for. I already have regular colored pencils. You just see me kind of just hatching this down on the paper like this with these. Let's see how this looks. And this one is a little bit darker. There we go. I wish I had put more space in between them, but On the other flower, we will do that. We will have more space in between them. Okay. So I'm putting the darker blue, and I'm going to tell you the color of it. What is this? This is these are Castle Art watercolor pencils. This is the ultramarine that I'm putting down. This is the darker one. And the lighter one is the intense blue. There we go. All right, so let me get my pens. Let me get it out, my brush. Hopefully you can see this. Now, oh man, the Crayola watercolor pencils, light to dark. I like to go try to go light to dark. They are amazing. I was very impressed with them now. I gotta see if they dry ashy. If you use watercolors before, you know what I mean by that. Dry and ashy. It's like, oh, it looks so beautiful. And then when it dried, it just got dull and ashy. Like, hmm, I got to see if it dries ashy. Look at that. I really like that. Now, once that dries, I'm gonna add more color to it. But look how quick that was. I love it. I love it. I love it. And where you go, I'll follow. I'll follow. Y'all what? I will follow him. Girl, that is sister act. Okay, I shouldn't let y'all see me act this crazy. Okay, so let me do this one up here. So let me move the paper down. There's one up here. All right, and this time I'm doing the way it's supposed to be done. Make sure. Okay. All right, so this is the vision that I have for this flower, and I gotta turn the page, y'all. Okay, I'm trying to make sure the camera don't be jumping in and out. Okay, so you can see. Yes. Okay. The darker color here, first layer. Then this is taking the lighter color. This better be the lighter color. You know what? I got some for you. I know this one is lighter. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna take this cerulean blue light, still castle art. I'm not playing no games with this thing. I don't know who it's messing with. About to mess my page up. Okay, there we go. And right now, I'm not thinking about, oh, is the light shining here or there? I'm just trying to get this combination right. All right, there we go. There we go. Awesome. Why do I look like the same color? It's not gonna look that way, Crystal, once you blend it. That look exactly the same. I'm not gonna sweat it. But I do like that. When that dries, it should be lighter in the middle there. And once I get this hard line out, okay now. Do you see what I was trying to do? Now, once it dries, okay, I'll go back in with more color. Let me just lay something. But this will be the combination for these flowers on this page. And every flower that looks like this, I am going to stay true to this combination, okay? It's going to be dark towards the center, and I'm going to leave a space, and then I'm going to use a lighter color. All right. So since these light and dark colors are playing games with me, because it looks like it's a good contrast, on the swatch sheet, but then when I lay it down, it really doesn't look that way. So this is my Crayola uh, pencil, and this is sky blue. So let's back a little bit of sky blue here. Let's see what it does. Hmm. Let's see what it does. Okay, so sometimes do you pick out a color combination and then once you lay it down, you're like, what? Who? Ugh. Am I the only one? I can't be the only one. Okay. I don't like how I scribbled the circle here, but Okay. I like that. I like that a little better. We'll see what happens when it dries, because when it dries, I could be like, "Oh, that looks great." Or I could be like, "Oh, it doesn't look great." But we'll see. But I love how easy, how man, look, done. I'm not trying to shade 1,000 colors, trying to get it to blend right. It just did it for me with the brush. Okay. Now this is looking more like a contrast. You don't see this one? I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Okay, put that right there. So let me see. Let me look. Let me look. Let me step back and look at my creation. Okay, I'm not mad at it. All right. So I colored the blue flowers, or the flowers that have been slated to the color blue. I finished coloring them off camera, and they are just different variations and shades of blue right now. Because for some reason, I don't know why I decided to put all this white right here. But then it like bled over into this thing, and oh, it was just getting on my nerves. And before I destroyed the picture, rip it up, and not have this video at all, I was like, let me at least color this so I can feel better about it. So yes, in the next video, next Monday, pretty much all the foliage will be colored in. All this is going to be some variations of green, will be colored in. And then we'll actually finish like the birds and the sky. I guess that's the sky. I'm assuming she's in water. Yeah. But I colored around her head and neck. I'm actually using a Prismacolor. What color is this? A spring green. Uh, just so that I can see her. It was so much going on around her head and neck. I said, okay, let me just add some color here. And this may be a piece of hair, but guess what? It's gonna be a leaf today. Yes, it is. Okay, y'all. See, this would, be making me feel some type of way, about these books or these pages. Because I'm like, what is that? Hair. Yes, it's gonna be hair. Here it is. All right, I am pleased with her little hair thing. I am. I'm pleased with that. But I can see it really coming together. I really want to add some more detail into the flowers. But I'm not sure what. But I'm just gonna leave them alone for I end up not being happy with them. Have you ever had a page and you've been coloring it, and you were happy at it at one point, and then you kept messing with it in hopes of just adding that special sauce. And then it just came out salty, and you couldn't take the salt out, and you just had to throw the whole dish away. I'm trying to avoid that. I am. All right, so I have a name in mind for her, but I'm gonna let somebody else name her. Who does she look like? What name would you give her? Put it in the comments. So I'm gonna see the different names and I'm gonna write them down. And then next Monday, I'm gonna tell you the name that I would give her. But I'm gonna choose a name amongst those that are placed in the comments. But who does she look like? Have you ever like met somebody and you've been like, you know what? You look like your name should be Bob, and the person's name is Ray Ray. Like, look at here. My mama ain't named me Bob. My mama named me Ray Ray. What you talking about? So okay, the combination of green that I'm using around her neck when I'm talking about Bob and Ray Ray is a Color leaf green, and a Prismacolor spring green. I think the colors contrast so well. All right, don't forget to tell me her name. I think I'm gonna make her bathing suit blue to go with the flowers too. I forgot about that. So I'm gonna make her bathing suit blue. But guys, here we are. I tried to do a color long. It was killing me. I wanted to speed this thing up so fast, but I said I'm not gonna do it on this one. I'm not. I want y'all to see everything that I'm going through mentally and trying to color these pages. Again, I used for her skin combination of my polychromos colors, um, and I use colors, and I've used Prismacolors, and then I broke up my watercolor pencils. I use Crayola watercolor pencils and castle art. And I'm quite happy with it. All right. Well, this is Christy Little Foxy Colorist coming to you live for what? Mythographic Mondays. Yes. And Sundays is these are all the hashtags I'm coloring for this week. Okay. Don't forget to watch that video. And guess what? We're gonna have something on Wednesdays. It's gonna be called Watercolor Wednesday. Yes, man, we are having some new production teams come into the Fox's Den and they are creating new shows. It's so funny because all of them look the same. All the producers have an afro, about 5'7". Look like me. All right, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I always say, keep it foxy. Peace.